order. We do not have a quorum, so we cannot move forward with any votes, but I want to go ahead and get the meeting started. I'd like to recognize our Sergeant at Arms, Ray Cook, Stafford Young, Michael Galloway, and John Gilbert. Appreciate you being here today and appreciate all you do for the General Assembly. Our pages, when I call your name, if you would please stand to be recognized. Oliver Andre Bowen, sponsored by Representative Kanika Brown. Welcome, sir. Bennett Sampson, sponsored by Representative Maria Servania. Welcome. Sani Singh. Was that close? Good. Sponsored by Representative Kanika Brown, and Haven Woodward, sponsored by Representative Aaron Parray. I hope you're going to enjoy your time here this week. Get to see how committees work, the House floor works, make some new friends. If there's anything that I or anyone else here can do for you, please don't hesitate to ask. We're here to help you all that we can. Thank you. When we get our additional person that we need for a quorum, we'll proceed. It's like getting all dressed up and nowhere to go. We'll be in recess.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So some states like California, Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, territory of Puerto Rico, they have addressed an issue that's becoming more prevalent, and you're probably recognizing as you shop, where a merchant is charging you back a certain percentage of your bill based on the fact you're paying with a credit card. Now, these states I mentioned have prohibited that practice altogether. This bill does not seek to do that. What we're seeking to do here is set a cap where the expense of doing business and accepting business by credit card is shared between the consumer for the convenience of using a credit card and the business as a cost of doing business. And it just seeks to set a cap on that. We're negotiating as we continue with the different stakeholders on this, and the bill passed in Commerce, I believe, almost unanimously. Appreciate your support.
Thank you for that presentation. Any questions or comments by any member of the committee? Seeing none, no one has signed up to speak on the bill, therefore I will entertain a motion. Representative Potts, you are recognized for a motion, sir.
I move for a favorable report to the PCS for House Bill 13, unfavorable to the original, rolled into a new bill with staff make necessary changes and forward it to rules.
Would you make that part of your motion, that since there's a fee involved, that a recommendation be that it go to the Finance Committee?
That would be great. I do.
All right, excellent motion. Any discussion before we vote? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. Ayes have it. Receive a favorable report. Thank you, Representative Warren.
Thank you, Committee.
Next bill we hear is Senate Bill 402, allow lottery winners to be confidential. If it receives a favorable report to go to rules, Senator Heiss will be presenting the bill. Senator, the floor is yours to present your bill. Welcome, Judiciary 1.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. Sorry we're a little rushed. I got to get to session in about 8 minutes. But all this bill does is it sets a limit of $5 million for lottery prizes that will allow you to claim the prize anonymously. There's a lot of news stories about things lottery winners and others have gone through. And this simply allows, this was originally $1 million. The Lottery Commission spoke to them and they wanted it raised to $5 million, but that will hit most of your large jackpot prizes.
Thank you for that presentation. Who's going to hear this on the floor?
Representative Potts agrees too.
Representative Potts. Are there any questions or comments by the committee? Seeing no one signed up to speak on the bill, I'll entertain a motion. Representative Winslow, you are recognized for a motion.
Yes, sir. Favorable motion on Senate Bill 402 with referral to rules, please.
Thank you. That's the motion before us. Any discussion before we vote? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Ayes have it. Receive a favorable report. Thank you, Senator Heiss. Next bill to be heard is Senate Bill 307, Info Rights of Estate / Death of LLC member. If it receives a favorable report, it will go to the Rules Committee. Senator Sorry, welcome to Judiciary 1. Floor is yours to present your bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Appreciate the opportunity to be here today. Senate Bill 307 does two things, relatively straightforward. First, it allows, in the context of an LLC, if a member of an LLC dies, it lets their estate seek information about the company. Currently, there's a gap in law where a successor estate to a member cannot get finances, records, documents for preparation of estate tax returns, accountings, things of that nature. This closes that gap. The second thing that the bill does is it allows the LLC to have standing in the event there's a dispute with respect to the management of the LLC. Again, that's not something that's currently permitted. I have had conversations with the Bar Association about potentially a friendly amendment that would allow that to occur in the context only of an LLC without an operating agreement. If that is so amended on the floor, further conversations, I'd be happy to make that change. Can't do it on the House Committee of my own. I will say this generally aligns North Carolina with Delaware law, which is something that we try and emulate with the standard course of practice. Glad to stand for any questions. Sorry.
Thank you for that presentation. Any question or comments by any member of the committee? Seeing none and no one has signed up to speak on the bill, I'll entertain a motion. Representative Potts, you're recognized for a motion.
Thank you. I move for a favorable report to Senate Bill 307 with a referral to rules.
That's the motion before us. Any discussion before we vote? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Ayes have it. Receive a favorable report. Thank you, Senator Sorey. Last bill we will hear is Senate Bill 690, Modified License Real Estate Appraisers. This is a PCS that was sent out to the committee members last night. Therefore, it is properly before the committee. Representative Brian Biggs will be presenting the bill. If he gets a favorable report, it will go to the Rules Committee. There are two amendments. Representative Biggs, would you like the amendments done first?
Yes, sir.
Representative Winslow, you are recognized to make amendment S690-ACM-13, V.6M.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. So this is just cleanup language in the bill. It's technical in nature only.
Representative Biggs, do you have any response concerning the proposed motion?
We do agree with the proposed motion. Thank you.
Okay. That's the motion before us. Any questions or comments about the amendment? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Ayes have it, so amended. The second amendment, Representative Winslow, you're recognized to make is Senate Bill 690-ACM-14, V.1M. You may present your amendment, sir.
Yes, sir. Do you want me to make a motion on it or just present it?
Sir,
Would you like me to make a motion on it or just present it?
we got to present it before we make a
yes,
motion
sir.
on it.
All right. So this one, if you see line 1 is again clarifying language 3.A to substitute 3, and that just cleans up the language and also removes the lines for the effective date.
It's my understanding, and staff can correct me, but if this amendment passes, it will now say effective when it becomes law.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That section will become effective when it becomes law. If you remove that language, it'll go to the fallback effective date at the end of the bill.
Okay. Representative Biggs, do you have a response to the proposed amendment?
We approve the proposed amendment. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir. All those in favor of the amendment, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, say no. The amendment passes, be part of the bill. Now we're back on the bill as amended. Representative Biggs, your floor is yours to present your bill, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll try to be really quick. We know there's a shortage of appraisals in North Carolina. The PCS is before you includes 4 non-controversial licensing law provisions. Section 1 makes changes to allow additional training methods for appraisals. It will allow practical applications of real estate appraisal program, which is an online program to be used 2 years ago. To be used in North Carolina. 2 years ago, the North Carolina Appraisal Board changed the rules to allow a new way to train appraisers in North Carolina that is solely conducted online with no supervised practice. Legislation was passed in 2023 to delay the implementation of these rules while the program was developed based on the program outcomes. We have worked with all stakeholders to come up with a compromise that will ensure that appraisers are trained to the best standards while allowing the new training method. There are 3 other sections to the bill. They currently already have been passed. The second section has passed in Section 8 of House Bill 926. The third section has already passed in Section 9 of House Bill 926. And the fourth section has already passed in Section 12A of House Bill 620. The only new provision is Section 1, and we'd appreciate your green vote.
Thank you for that presentation. Any question or comments by any member of the committee? Seeing none, and since no one has signed up to speak on the bill, see if I can get this right. Do I hear a motion that the PCS for Senate Bill 690, as amended, be rolled over into a new PCS, favorable to the new PCS, unfavorable to the original, with a referral to rules?
Mr. Chairman, I make that motion.
That was an excellent motion, Representative Winslow. Any discussion before we vote? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Receive a favorable report. No further business to come before the committee. We're adjourned.
Great job, Ted.
Yeah.